Welcome to the world of Machiavelli, a name that often stirs intense emotions. Love him or hate him, Niccolò Machiavelli's ideas have shaped the landscape of political philosophy, particularly with his groundbreaking work, The Prince. Now you might be thinking, what's the deal with that phrase, the end justifies the means? Spoiler alert, it's not actually his. So let's set the stage. Picture Italy in the 13th century. It's a chaotic patchwork of kingdoms, with Florence at the epicenter, ruled by the powerful Medici family. But then, in 1494, things take a dramatic turn as the Medici's grip loosens, paving the way for a brief republic. Enter Machiavelli, who in 1498 becomes a political advisor. However, the tides change again. In 1512, the Medici return, and Machiavelli finds himself imprisoned and then exiled. It's during this time that he pens The Prince, a manual of sorts for political leaders. First up, let's talk about the types of rule. You've got your monarchy, a single ruler holding all the cards. Then there's the republic, where the people have a say, a bit more freedom, but also more chaos. Machiavelli isn't shy about stating what he believes makes a ruler effective. He lays out 3 essential methods to maintain control. 1. Force. Yep, military might is crucial for quelling opposition. 2. Presence. You've got to live among your people, understand their needs, and keep their loyalty. And 3. Autonomy. Grant freedoms, but make sure your people remain reliant on you. Now, let's shift gears and chat about military strategy. Machiavelli strongly believes in having a loyal army composed of citizens. Why? Because mercenaries? They don't care about your kingdom. They're in it for the money and can turn on you in a heartbeat. Loyalty is key. But what happens when opposition arises? Machiavelli doesn't mince words. He insists that a wise ruler must eliminate threats from previous regimes. It's about securing your reign and ensuring that those old rivalries don't flare up again. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Machiavelli dives into the nature of power itself. He's all about realism versus idealism. Forget the fairy tales of politics where everything is nice and tidy. In Machiavelli's world, moral considerations take a back seat to the stability of the state. It's all about preserving power and ensuring security, even if that means making tough decisions. And here's the kicker. A successful prince must embody the duality of the lion and the fox. Strength and cunning. You've got to balance fear and love among the populace. It's a tricky dance, but one that could determine your fate as a ruler. This brings us to the ethical implications of Machiavelli's ideas. Critics of The Prince argue that it promotes a kind of amoral politics. The idea that rulers can act without moral constraints, that's a slippery slope. On the flip side, supporters argue that his insights are crucial for navigating the complexities of power. Sometimes harsh decisions are necessary. So, what's the takeaway? Machiavelli's The Prince is more than just a guide for tyrants. It's a reflection of the political realities of his time. Understanding his context helps us appreciate the challenges leaders face and the ethical dilemmas in the pursuit of power. It's a conversation about the balance between morality and effectiveness that resonates even today. And there you have it, a dive into the Machiavellian perspective.